ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Minecraft game show designed to test your imagination and push your creativity to the limits. Get ready to be supercharged! Okay, here we are back for round 3, the final round. Still an opportunity for some folks to catch up and others to fall behind. I think we've got something different and new objective planned. I'm actually going to hand things off to our judges so they can explain what the plans are for round 3. Gentlemen?
Yes. Thank you. Nice. So, this time we got a little bit different things planned. We also decided to change the bonus items up a little bit, so it's this time instead of just being straight up difficult items, this time we'll have one item that will most likely help you quite a lot, and then 2 items that will just be, just a little bit different, but still be quite useful in the normal way of what the objective will be. So, this time the objective will be, drumroll please, farming.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
Farm.
What?
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Farming,
Yeah.
yes.
Ooh.
You need to think of
Ooh.
a way to farm. We're not saying what you need to farm, we're not saying how you need to farm, but basically, that's what you need to do. Farm. So, we will also help you guys, of course, with telling you the criterias. And basically, the first one is creativity. So, just simply how strange or, how thinking outside of the box is your farm. How efficient is it? So, basically the speed and the yield of the farm. I'm not sure what some judge meant with this by saying multi-crop things. I think he means like different, how many types of different crops you have. And of course we got the item bonus again. So yeah, if you guys want to get ready, we'll meet upstairs.
Wait, we'll have to farm crops.
Yes.
But
Anytime.
not
Not
crops.
crops, exactly. You have to farm different things. You could
You have
farm
to farm
The farm whatever.
something.
not only crops. That was a little wrong, actually.
You
Yeah.
can just farm anything you want.
I was about to do blood magic, but then I noticed we don't have it.
Everyone's ready? Should we get started?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
get ready to your places. And Rick, if you would like to do the honors with the invisibility.
Yes, let's see, where do I have that command? Oh, okay, effect at a 14, 9999. No, not 4, 14.
And to the miracles of video editing, you will not see this.
Or
Ah. Okay. And get
Hey, it's a
ready.
floating potion.
okay.
Deal with it.
The game will begin in 5,
Whoa,
fan.
4,
Since when does that work?
3, 2,
2.
1,
Ah, fire!
and the game has begun.
Have fun.
Yeah, hooray!
And again, don't forget to look up the bonus items. See what you will do with them.
Okay, and we are off on the 3rd and final round of this competition.
Now, I think we've actually got Dineas and Pokefan ahead in points. I'm going to be curious to see what difference we've got being done by Professor Mobius and Bevo on this particular 3rd round. This really is an opportunity for them to make up some points where they've lost out.
Exactly.
If you guys
Now-
want to know, the first round, Pokefan won, and the second round, Dynius won. So that's the current.
Cool.
Now, I'd like to take a moment to talk about the bonus items. We have the 3 items. We have an oak wood barrel from Factorization, an upgraded radius iron level from Mine Factory Reloaded, as well as a creative energy cell for thermal expansion.
Yes.
I really think that creative energy cell is going to be very popular very quick.
Indeed.
Yeah.
We
What's the
decided
plan?
we pretty much decided because they already had to use their own dedicated power system in the previous 2 rounds, and pretty much that was a big setback, that we would simply supply them with power for this round and see if they would simply completely focus on the actual farm itself and not simply on generating power with it, see what they can come up with.
Now it seems Pokefan's going to be incognito for this entire round. Just sporting shades and nothing else.
50 Shades? No, just no.
No, don't.
Just no.
Okay.
And
Could be
it
an
doesn't... Seems like, to start off with, Bevo is working on the machines, though it doesn't look like anything's actually in them. Actually, scratch that, he has made a stack of iron ingots already.
Wow.
And what do
Oh,
we got
that's
here?
fast.
Nerd Tower from Pokefen.
Looking
Ooh.
good.
I think he's going to go for more of an aesthetic appeal from this, it seems.
Yeah.
Or just doing a nerd bowl.
Well,
Udaldor?
it's cobblestone, so...
Yes,
Wanna do the honors with me and set up the scoreboards?
let's do it.
Julio.
By the way, I'm not up.
Oh,
Can't fly.
alright, creative mode. Let me do that real quick.
Set this up.
I am curious to see which of our actual builders are going to remember that you can actually build very vertically. There is no vertical limit in this particular instance, not really.
Actually,
Well,
it seems like
Pokefen
Pokefen already has that.
Yeah, he's got
Seems like
quite...
Pokefen's going for a mob farm, which is allowed, because it's a form of farming.
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
Oh.
That is definitely outside the box thinking on Pokefen's part. That is
Yeah.
interesting.
Now, the thing about Mob Farm is, will he be able to use the 3 different types of items? I'm sure he'll be able to use the oak wood barrel in that, though the MFR farming does leave a lot to be desired in the case of a mob farm.
Well, energy cells could be used for various things. He may add processing.
True.
That is a good point. If he's doing livestock harvesting, he could be doing a drop trap for livestock, and if it's cows, it's something as simple as cooking the meat as part of final processing. That would definitely count.
Yeah. And the
Well-
scores are, or the criteria are up on the screen.
So
Very nice.
creativity, efficiency, and multi-crops. Now, one possibility, I'm wondering if he will think of this, is perhaps Pokefen will separate out the bones and use the bone meal somehow.
Yes, but I have one question. If she is going for a pure mob farm, which would be perfectly allowed, what should we do for multi-crops?
Perhaps
Well-
multiple mobs.
Multiple
Yeah,
Um,
okay.
I wouldn't necessarily say multiple mobs, because just having zombies, skeletons, etc., it doesn't really require selection.
Yeah, that's true.
That
I
is
guess.
also true.
Now,
Hmm.
if you were to say make it so that it excludes spiders, I'd almost be privy to say that that would be multi-mobs.
Yeah, I guess.
That
an
is something we're gonna
exclusion.
have to discuss.
Yeah.
We
And
need to think
again,
about
the-
mob farms.
Well,
Evo is starting with
Pokefan
his
is doing the
Factory
excluding
Reloaded.
of the spiders.
Yes.
Yes, it does seem like that.
Although he's trying but sort of failing.
So another thing to note is, since we have that MFR range upgrade, Bevo is the only one who has thus far collected rubber for the MFR.
Looks like it.
He's got the most practice with it.
But you do have to remember, it's not required to use them. It's just a bonus.
Not required, however, when you only have 16... Sorry, let me actually do the math correctly there. When you only have 12 points, getting an extra 1 or 2 points from the item bonus will be good.
That is
Indeed.
a good point indeed.
Yeah, both Bebo LJ and Professor Mobius are really going to have to embrace their inner item bonus in order to catch up on this lead set by the other 2 contestants.
It seems that Corjaantje won't be able to talk anymore, and unfortunately it doesn't... Not entirely sure what that is, probably a recording issue. So, let's see. No.
Well, based upon constraints of
Haha.
time and of geography, it is getting very late for some people in their part of the world, so unfortunately there might be some voice restrictions there. We'll work around it.
Yeah. Professor Mobius has some fences down, probably going to go for the farm animal approach.
I think that's interesting. You know, a lot of people would probably default to crops for farming, but Pokefen went to mob farming apparently, and it looks like there might actually be livestock in Professor Mobius's future.
Now, I know MFR has a lot of different types of things that you'd be able to do with it. It doesn't just require planting, etc., and bone mealing that you'd be able to do. You can also kill mobs and also collect stuff such as sewage, etc.
Yeah, MFR is pretty widespread in what it affects. You can do everything from growing crops, as you said, harvesting, spawning mobs, whether it be hostile or passive mobs. You can do all sorts of crazy things with it. I do think it's interesting that it also has an item routing system that few people use.
Oh, Bevo used it in his earlier rounds.
Yeah, he wanted to really get into that. It is very complex, unfortunately. Some of the time required. You'd really have to hit the nail on the head in terms of timing with that. But I really think that could be some extra great creativity points if anybody actually used it.
I agree.
Oh, Pokefin's doing more than just mobs.
Gonna be interested in what he actually uses, and he's blocking me out from the project.
Oh, we've actually got some MFR on the field by Professor Mobius. Looks like he's going... Oh, I'm sorry.
And-
Dinius over here. We've got a planter, and it looks like he's actually getting started on his farming territory.
Okay, so planter... Now, what type of things are he going to necessarily use for a planter? Well, there's a lot of things. He can use regular seeds. He can also do trees, which I'm guessing that he's probably going to be doing for this.
Well, that would be easier on standard grass. It depends on if that middle block is going to have water in it or what.
Or nothing.
He's staring it all down.
He changed his mind. Okay, that build's going to change
I
real
think
quick.
he just found out that he needs to output his
Ah.
items somewhere.
True, because you are
Yeah.
not really allowed to use anything under the platform. Anything
Yeah.
at the level of the platform will just be taken away.
Thankfully, that actually did not cost him too much time. He didn't get too far into the build.
Only like 30 seconds, though when you don't have many to spare, it can mean a lot.
So here's a call from the judges that's going to have to be made. If somebody did a tree farm and did different kinds of trees, does that count for multi-crop?
I
No.
think
Yes.
so.
Well,
Depends on if
Technically,
he's... I
well,
think...
if it's like oak trees and birch trees, then no. But if it's like, depends on the types of trees. Yeah,
Well,
it's
I'm-
like if you do acacia trees, then it's because they're so hard. Yeah,
Yeah, so a
That's
call
a very
from
good
one of the
like
question,
a
Vaygrim.
1x1 or 2x2.
a call by one of the judges is saying yes if the trees differ quite a bit. Now, birch trees and oak trees can grow side by side and in compact spaces. Jungle trees quite often need a little bit more space, as do some of the more rare forestry trees. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do there.
Now, my personal opinion is that if there's like post-processing, you're obviously going to need to handle the rubber a lot differently than normal wood.
Yes.
But you wouldn't be able to have much time for post-processing in a challenge like this.
You know, I have to
Also-
admit... Yeah?
Professor Mobius is using a dispenser with spawn eggs for pigs.
Ooh.
Just saying.
Interesting indeed.
Well, we didn't intend that, but possibility is there. So
We
That's
give
the
them the
nice thing.
parts, they make something out of it. Sometimes we'll get met with
Yep.
curveballs.
yeah.
Well, we only have a barrel, the upgrade, and the creative energy cell, and it doesn't seem like anyone has used any of the items yet, except for Dinius, who perhaps used the range upgrade in the planter, hasn't yet put that in.
Dinius actually has a harvester on the field now, too, it looks like.
And harvester, it looks like... Now, can a harvester be used for any type of crop?
Harvesters work for crops, they also work for trees as well.
You're gonna have to hold down your push to talk slightly longer because there's a bit of clipping.
And there we go, he used the upgrade. Cool. And the cell.
He's probably going to need another range upgrade, unfortunately. And he has barley seeds in 3 of the slots, so there we go. Interesting thing is that it does seem to be automatically planting it. I don't see any need for water. Though it seems like he is now realizing he will need another range upgrade.
Yes.
Interesting.
We still have a barren playfield from Bevo LJ. He really does seem to be the kind of late builder. Everything takes place on the crafting table until the last 12 minutes or so.
Yeah, it seems like he does have a bunch of machine frames as well as a bunch of ingots ready to go, however, including 2 stacks of diamonds, so he's probably going to use a bunch of the... Actually, at this point it's impossible to tell.
Professor Mobius has just put up a vacuum hopper into a
Very
chest.
interesting, very interesting.
And we have a range upgrade for Dinius, because his planter now does the entire field.
Yeah.
Yes.
It looks like Pokepen's got some hopper into a chest. At the bottom, he's got the barrel and an autonomous activator filled with bone meal?
Bones. Bone meal, yeah.
I'll be curious to see what becomes of that. It is not a part of the main build right now. It's sitting off by its side, so I'll be interested to see how that manifests long term.
Now, I'd have a question. This hopping oak wood barrel, what's the difference between it and a regular barrel?
Hopping barrels
Yeah,
actually
just
feed
bounce.
downward.
Oh, they do that too, right, yeah.
Yeah. So hopping barrels are...
automatically outputs.
Yeah, it automatically outputs directly down. So if you put it on top of something, it is going to start feeding straight down, which means it is actually feeding bone meal into that autonomous activator.
I see where this is going. This is cool.
Uh-oh.
It does look...
I think Professor Mobius is just disconnected.
Let's go ahead and pause the
Oh,
timer
no.
then, right?
I think we should probably, if he... Okay, there we go.
Ah, he's back. Never mind then.
What I'm thinking is that if a single person were to disconnect in the future, we'll have it where everybody will continue going. However, we will note the time for the contestant for when they finally come back and add it on to the end.
That sounds like a good idea.
We now have rogue livestock. I wonder if Professor knows
Oh god.
he's not supposed to be building down.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
We're gonna have to get one of the
notify him
judges.
of that?
We're gonna have to get one of the judges to step in and remind him. And
I'll note it to him.
he's disappeared
Yep.
again.
Vaygrim, just a note. Push down your button a little longer because your voice cuts off at the last word.
Well, who's going in there to tell him,
I can head in there.
Okay.
Well, we finally have some blocks on the field for Bevo. It looks like he's embracing MFR.
Well, he is going to need all the points he gets, so this is quite a logical choice.
And it seems that Dinius has finally used his barrels
Do you think
and
that's...
his creative energy cell.
So it looks like the barrels he's keeping for output yield, the results of the farm. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think that's a valid use.
Oh, definitely. I'm still a little perplexed as to what Pokefen's actual plan is. Have you got any ideas, Way?
What I'm thinking is that, judging by the auto-crafter right here, looking at it, and yes, I'm right, he's taking everything, and it appears he's filtering out all of the bones from the chest, feeding it in, and automatically making bone meal with it. So I'm thinking he's going to be feeding another farm with the autonomous activator.
So he's doing a 1 square farm that he's going to try and speed up. That's our theory. Basically bone meal fed. Whoop, it looks like he's moving something.
I think he realized that he can't actually put his farm down because he cannot cut into the floor.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
adjusting.
yes, because grass.
And Dinius has a sprinkler.
Uh-huh,
sprinkler.
okay.
Oh, that is nice. Style points there.
Evo's finally getting his farm down. If I were to guess, judging by the size of it, he might be going for an extended range upgrade. Because there'd be no other reason for such a larger field.
Well, then the question is, the bonus item is like the extender, but do we count other sizes as well?
Well, I'd say that I don't think you use it in the crafting recipe. However, you are still using it in essence. You are still using a range upgrade.
Exactly.
Basically, that's what I was thinking, but I just wanted to clear that up.
Yeah. I think that's good.
And
Alright.
it seems the professor has solved another issue. He does have water in his pit.
Yeah,
Wondering why that is.
Yeah.
he's using water to push livestock to one end of his actual livestock pen. The problem he's having is that when the water pushes the animals up against the fence, they have a problem of going up and over it sometimes. That's why he's got a pig on the loose inside of his base.
I think the pig on the loose was a problem of him accidentally knocking out one of the fence blocks, but that is probably the case as well.
No, there were 2 just a few minutes ago. I think one of them has been discreetly dispatched.
And, is he
Oh.
making bacon? Think he's gonna test, a lava blade.
Ooh, vanilla.
Very,
So
very
for
interesting
those
stuff.
of you playing at home, lava blade is simply just using the final bit of lava to sweep out and attack the mobs, and it doesn't actually give much mess at all.
Ooh, Beavo's making fences. Going for aesthetics there. Or something else.
Ooh, that is aesthetics.
Hey. Nice.
Yep, he's definitely using them for aesthetics.
Quick update from Dinius' end of the field. Dinius has what looks like at least 3 or 4, I think 3 different kinds of trees, as well as mixed crops.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
So he really is trying to mix yield.
Yeah, definitely doing plants as well as trees, I think would be the multi-crops. And also, Pokefan's tackling the multi-crops by the same thing we were talking about. Seems like he has an auto-harvesting autonomous activator, as well as the bone mealing one.
Yeah, he's harvesting crops as well as bone meal, which is very interesting. That is a very radical mix that you don't normally see in one farm. Yeah, you can
And
see.
a thing to note,
Yeah.
we got 9 minutes remaining.
Yeah, we're in the final 10 minutes of round 3. It's still anybody's guess what the final results can be. Yeah, I think it's interesting that Dinius is using a sprinkler to try and speed up the process, whereas Pokefan is going a completely different tactic, and he's basically trying to use a mob farm to speed up the farming process.
Now, another thing to note is that sprinklers do in fact use bone meal.
Yeah, I wonder if Dinius is actually taking advantage of that. You want to go check?
He is indeed.
Okay.
However, he does not have it automatically fed in, though it is still there. He has an autonomous activator. Why is this?
There you go. We just noticed that mob spawning was off,
Okay.
Oh yeah.
but that's
'cause-
enabled now. So
Very good. I really
And-
like Mobius' approach.
The Lava Blade livestock farm, that is very interesting.
yes.
Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be working because pigs aren't that tall. Yep,
Oh, it's
I think
taking
it's actually
damage.
suffocating.
Yeah, it's suffocation
I
damage.
think that was, yeah. Also, Pokefan has a vacuum hopper. What's
Evo
the
has
vacuum?
just planted some sugarcane.
Yeah,
Bevo.
I'd like to bring attention to Bevo's playfield. He's going for stairs, nice aesthetics on the actual farm itself. It looks really good.
Good indeed. And it seems he has barley seeds as well as regular seeds. All he's going to need to do is hook up that energy cell, which it seems like he's just adding the piping in.
Now, I'm a little fuzzy on reeds, a sugarcane, and MFR harvesters. Is that going to work okay for him?
I think it should. If the harvesters detect the actual size of them, I mean, it's just a simple check of 3 tall. So if I were to bet, I'd say yes. And Corjaantje is also affirming that.
If I remember correctly from when I played in 1.5 with MFR, they do harvest sugarcanes when they are fully grown, but not when they are too tall.
So
now,
he's...
Vaygrim, I'd like to draw your...
Yeah,
Go
go ahead, Way.
I'd like to draw your attention to Danius's new fancy roof.
Ooh.
Let's head on over to Danius. He's got a nice canopy going on here, doesn't he?
Yes. Amazing.
Now, it looks like Bebo's setup has just kicked into overdrive. He's put his creative cell down, and he's really making use of it. He's got mixed crops going on now from that planter.
Yeah, sugar canes would definitely count for that.
I do like
That's-
also how he uses just for aesthetics more grass than he needs.
Yeah, and it seems he has seeds, barley seeds, carrots, potatoes. Unfortunately, he has baked potatoes in there. Not sure if we should tell him that. As well as sugarcane. Though I don't think the sugarcane needs to be in the planter.
No, you're right.
Bebo's just noticed that there's no Java in Direwolf 20 pack.
And I'm sure Professor Mobius is going to be really annoyed at that.
Yeah, peasant barrels.
Well,
Wow.
I'd say that, well, blame Direwolf. It's his back.
Yeah,
I
like
really
that.
hope that Neptune Pink isn't watching right now.
Well,
like
if you want just a regular barrel, factorization, it's all you really need. So the orientability for Java barrels does make it quite good in these cases.
I'm not seeing a lot of activity on the crop side of things for Pokefin. I'm not sure if that bone meal contraption is actually working yet or not.
Doesn't seem like he actually has the pipes in. Doesn't. Yeah, configuration issue.
I'm not sure mobs are spawning even. I haven't seen one mob.
Well,
Probably Might be
the
because his
difficulty is
contraption.
easy, and I turned
Exactly.
on game rule do mob spawning, so.
I'm gonna just take a quick peek into his device.
Yeah, if you could double check
And it-
for us.
There is room for mobs to spawn, though I think the only reason that it is not spawning is perhaps it's not tall enough, and therefore it's within the player's area of influence and therefore will not spawn. I'm sure that if you were to move at a different location, it will begin to spawn.
Now, if I may, I really do like the fact that Dinies have all these different crops. Like, he has, let's see here, 5 different types of trees.
Wow.
Oh,
And also the fact that he has crops instead of just trees.
Indeed.
I'd like to actually point out Professor Mobius has made some developments. It looks like he's going for auto processing of his pork.
Whoa.
Ooh, we got
very
3
nice.
minutes remaining.
Ooh.
So let's see, the process...
Well,
Ooh,
Bevo is
furnaces...
killing some people's OCD because he orientated one barrel a bit wrong.
Oh,
I think he killed everybody's OCD by having off-center stairs.
Yes, that is a thing too. But well, they're
Oh,
center
yeah.
with his farm. No, wait, why are they off-center? I'm counting the blocks and it's 4 on each side, so they are not off-center.
yeah.
They are off-center from the platform.
We're gonna have to see that
Yes,
later.
okay, that's the thing, but they're not off-center from his build.
2 minutes.
It seems like Mobius has iron tank walls in one of his furnaces.
Has what?
Iron tank walls.
Tank walls?
I'm pretty
guess-
sure that happened when he broke the floor, which he then fixed with wood.
Don't think those are necessarily going to smelt very well.
Here we are in the last
We should
minute.
do this an hour earlier, though.
We're in the
Last
last
minute, yes.
We're in the last minute for things, and this is going to be a real stretch to see who comes up with what. Everybody seems to be trying to embrace as many of those bonus items as possible, except for Pokefin has kind of shunned the upgrade for MFR. Well, even Professor Mobius has, I guess, at this point.
So we got the barrel, the creative energy. In fact, Pokefin is not even using the creative energy cell at all in his build.
Right, so he's only using one of the 3 bonus items.
That certainly will give Dynius an advantage, as well as everybody else in this arena.
Now, I'm kind of
Well,
curious.
Professor Mobius isn't using his energy
Yeah.
cell.
I was just about to point that out. Professor Mobius has 4 furnaces, but technically he could have used the energy cell and done more redstone furnaces if he had the time to make them.
Right.
That is it
Okay.
for round 3.
Okay, guys.
Time to move over to the judges round.
Fantastic.
Wait till you see the rest of it.
Oh, that's awesome. It's weird. I don't look at anyone else's builds. I have like no idea what anyone's doing until we start here.
Yeah,
like,
same.
So a mob
Wow,
farm
awesome.
is also... Whoa, I didn't know that.
Oh, by the way, Bevo, you probably killed a lot of people's OCD.
I know. Yeah. Oh well.
Oh.
I noticed that and I was like, I quickly apologized to all my viewers. I was all, yeah, someone's gonna really hate me for that.
More of a meh.
Well, yeah,
Well,
I put a planner in the
it's-
wrong
it's-
spot.
The rest of it, it's all OCD friendly, so.
Now, one
Except for
thing
that
that
one
I
barrel.
one thing that I
Okay.
thought was very, very interesting was the fact that actually 2 of you guys didn't go for crop farming, but you went for mob farming as well as livestock
Crop-
farming, which is very interesting. We did not expect that at all.
I went for crops
Well,
and mobs.
You
Oh,
said
even
farming.
that.
You said farming, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it
Very
counts.
good.
We actually talked about that.
Okay. Everybody
what
ready
should we do?
for the judging round?
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. We'll begin the recording in 3, and Vaygrim will start. 2, 1.
Here we are in the final round, the final points to be scored. Everything gets tallied up to see who is going to come out the champion this time around. I'm going to hand it off to the judges who are going to start tallying the points and the totals one by one. Judges!
Well, before we do that, we should probably go around and look at the bills.
One by one.
Yeah.
Builds evaluation. Let's do that then. Who are we going to start with?
Eeny, miny, mo, Pokefin.
Also,
Okay.
let's go to the judges room for that. Oh.
No,
let's
we're
head over to
seeing
the-
the builds first.
Let's head over to the green platform to see what is going to happen.
So as you can see, you've got the horrific monstrosity up here. which is mob trap. It's too high mobs, so skeletons and zombies. Just leave it.
Wait,
Go on,
go.
down below.
Ah!
Well, that worked out very well. Anybody have a ladder?
Bevo.
Oops.
Need
Can I
saving?
get teleport?
Okay,
I'm
well-
actually... I'm higher than all of you right
I'm
now.
in. I'm in. Yeah.
Also, you try to prevent spiders from spawning?
Yep, slabs and spiders need a 3x3 area spawn. So the mobs fall down and they drop straight onto a hopper and die. Hopper then puts it into a chest and then it goes into another hopper just because it can. And then the hopper feeds it into the ore workbench, which will make it into bone meal. The bone meal goes in the hopping barrel, which is one of the items. And then when it goes in the hopping barrel, it goes in the autonomous activator. This autonomous activator uses it for bone meal. Then, as you can see, you've got a turtle here, which I failed to finish, but more or less, if it gets towards its wheat, it'll break the block. Then what will happen is this vacuum hopper will pick it up and then it'll distribute the items. It'll take the seeds excess which gets from here and it puts it in there, and then all overflow goes in here, like the wheat, and when that fills up, the rest of the seeds.
Nice.
Cool.
Very
Okay.
cool.
Any comments? Any
Yeah.
comments from the judges?
Well, I think the mobs not spawning in the spawner is basically the fact of people being around in the wrong places. So I think this is functional. Do you want me actually to throw in some spawn eggs?
Sure, just throw them wherever.
We could see it in action, sure. If it's fine with everyone.
Cool.
I forgot to separate off the items, so it may clog up. May,
Well, that would
no.
be nice to know for judging. So
Yeah, go for it. The only thing which wasn't finished was breaking the block.
Okay, right when you are.
if my FPS will allow me to fly, wait 1 second.
Just pass me the spawn eggs or whatever.
I can do it.
Yeah, you can do it.
I'll close off this, so...
I'm not very familiar with the spawning mechanics, but are they not spawning because we are too close, or...
When we have this
Yeah.
many people
Yeah.
flying around, it means that you have to be a certain minimum distance away from the actual spawner in order for it to spawn things.
32 blocks.
So let's
It
just
works.
pretend that the turtle worked and we'll just break this block out way. So that goes in there, gets picked up. And then eventually the seeds all get distributed in there.
Yeah, those pipes are really slow. Yeah, there it goes.
Ah, it planted bone meal.
And then it breaks it again, so it's more or less an instant bone meal farm. The only thing which wasn't finished was the turtle.
That's very nice. I like
Okay.
it.
Very, very
Good.
cool, man.
And let's go onwards to the blue side. Dinius.
And Corjaantje says, nice job. He's not able to speak currently, but
So we got that iron upgrade from MFR, so I thought let's use MFR. And that's very easy to set up, just a planter and a harvester and then a vacuum item duct here with all the seeds going into the planter and the barrels for the other stuff.
cool.
And it does, let's see, 8 different types.
Very nice.
And
you even
then
have a
I
sprinkler on
started
there.
here with exporting bones into an auto workbench and then putting the bone meal into the autonomous activators. So this AE stuff took a whole lot of time. So I did. I just needed to place some more item ducts and I was finished with that. And also on top there's a sprinkler,
Oh yeah, very cool.
which also uses bone meal. And
Yeah,
yeah,
it's very
speeds
nice for the efficiency.
stuff up. Yeah, it's very fast.
So, how many different crops do you actually have being harvested here total?
8.
8 different crops. That is very, very nice design.
I like it a lot. Very, very cool looking.
Thanks.
Any other comments or questions?
I like the fact that it
I love it.
harvests both trees as well as regular crops, although you do have an interesting canopy above you.
Yeah.
Okay, we done?
I think so. Let's
Well,
move on
cool.
to Bevo.
Evo.
Mine is basically it's designed to drive anyone with OCD bonkers.
Succeeded.
It's basically it's kind of like that one over there, except it doesn't have the sprinkler. And I was just starting on my aesthetics when I ran out of time. But it's just a basic MFR farm. I have wheat, I have potatoes, carrots, pumpkins, melons, and sugarcane. I think that's the only crops I have.
Oh, so this
Now-
dead space closer to the harvester is to allow for the melons.
Yeah.
Cool.
So there's one thing I'd like to point out that the judges and I did notice, as well as Vaygrim. Those
What's
aren't the
that?
correct potatoes.
Oh, what did I do?
You
which
did
one I
cooked
grab?
potatoes.
Those are baked potatoes,
Oh, there
Bevo.
was cooked potatoes. Oh, okay. That's why I didn't plant in there.
And also, unfortunately, with how it is right now, the pumpkins, if the potatoes were there, they wouldn't have room to grow.
Yeah.
And I
The-
think normal potatoes might be a good thing to supply.
The potatoes
Well,
thing
you know,
was
actually,
actually.
I noticed that those didn't plant. That's why I stuck the melons and pumpkins there.
That's good.
Yeah. 'Cause I was like, these aren't planting. I figured there was something wrong with my factory loader or something.
Just a quick
So-
note: the fact that there are baked potatoes here is actually, well, it's our fault. They were supposed to be normal potatoes, but we don't have any normal potatoes, so sorry about that.
I just googled potatoes, and that's what came
You
up.
get +1 turbo
Yeah.
point.
You googled.
Googled potatoes.
That's what I call it. Google.
Don't worry, the tail will believe in you.
And time for our final contestant, Mobius.
Now for the
Mobius
most
it is.
vanilla build.
I like this one.
I like the vanilla aspects of this.
Yeah.
This already
I do
looks
too.
fun.
I dig it.
Okay, so it's quite simple. It spawns pigs, which are killed by the lava tongue, or should be working. Yeah. So the stuff is taken in and pushed inside messes for cooking and storage. It has room for more. What's going on? Oh yeah, maybe timer a bit fast. Wait. It has room for more stuff, for more type of animals, but I didn't have time to look it up.
Fed.
Now, there's one little technicality about vanilla that I'd like to say, is that, well, with this, it seems that they are more suffering from suffocating in a wall. So they're only dying of wall damage.
Also,
No, I
they're
think
escaping.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Also, another thing is that pigs, when they die from fire or lava, they actually automatically already cook their pork chops.
Yep.
I know, but it didn't work. So
Okay.
yeah, you might be right. It's maybe difficult.
Yeah.
But seeing as they do die from suffocation, these furnaces do actually have a purpose.
Just the lava doesn't.
Well, then
Uh,
there you
That
go.
could be aesthetics, you know.
And it's working, but I didn't have I didn't put coal in it.
I do like the use of the lava blade, however.
Oh yeah, very cool. Very, very cool.
Am I allowed to just put some coal in it?
Yeah.
So,
Not
any
use
other
it for
things?
Well, I liked how you kind of a bit like abused us having the pickaxe in there. That's kind of
What?
funny.
What was the whole deal with the wood down here?
He broke some blocks he built under the thing.
Why were you trying to build under it?
I wanted to put the lava there. So the pork chop would like jump and be sucked in by the vacuum stuff.
Okay.
Nice.
Very cool, man. Very cool.
And
And
if you were
it's,
wondering, that's why there are some iron tanked walls in one of the furnaces. Just saying. Okay. I don't think we have any more questions. So the
Okay.
judges will discuss the points, and we'll be right back with the final scoring and the winner of this round as well as this episode. So stay tuned.
All right.
So here we are in the very, very final end of the match. We've got all 3 rounds done. All 4 contestants waiting to see what the scores are. The judges have come back from their secret chambers somewhere off the map, and we're waiting to see what the point totals are. I'm going to hand things off to Corjaantje or Udaldor to see who wants to take things over. Judges?
I'm relatively sure Corjaantje isn't here, so if Corjaantje can press the buttons in the computers, I can present the scores.
Sounds good.
Okay, so who do we start with?
Let's start with Bevo.
Okay.
Yay!
So Bevo, that's gonna be red. Let's see what scoring you got this time.
You got a creativity score of 1, efficiency 2, multi-crops 2, as well as an item bonus of 3 because all items were used for a total average of 2.
Yay!
Yeah, we discussed
That's my best one.
Yeah, pretty cool. Love that you used old items. Very, very cool. Nice aesthetics. A nice build. And
Thanks.
that is going to give you a total point,
Ooh.
a total score of, let's see here, 4.25. Unfortunately, we don't have a way to write this up just yet. Okay, thank you, Way.
425.
We're gonna have to figure that out until the next time. So, final score for Bevo, 4.25. Very cool.
Now, onwards
Nice.
to Professor Mobius.
I see a duck on fire. Or a chicken.
Yeah.
Okay, Corjaantje, wanna press the button? There we go.
Professor Mobius has a creativity score of this build of 2, efficiency 1, multi-crops 1, and an item bonus of 1 because only 1 item was used, and I believe that was the barrel, for a
Yep.
total average of 1.25.
Yeah. Extra points for the creativity. We did not expect these kinds of farms. We also very much like the lava here. So, very, very cool. I like the concept.
Thanks.
Total score?
That would be 1.25 for this round. For the first round, Mobius got 1.15, and the second round he got 0.75, adding up to 3.15 as the total score. Bevo currently in the lead.
I'm winning.
Let's move onwards to Pokefen now,
How
on the
about we
green
don't?
side.
Maybe we could just call it quits now, right?
Yeah, sure, let's do that.
No, I love this build.
Okay, Corjaantje, if you please. So, Pokefen has a creativity of 3, an efficiency level of 2, multi-crops of 1, and an item bonus of 0. I
That
think
should
the
be-
item
It should be
bonus
I think
one.
that did
That should be
use one
one.
of the items.
that should be 1.
Yeah.
So that would be a total of, what would it be? Are we
Wait,
just gonna redo
Two.
it?
2. That would be 2.
Item bonus of 2?
Yes.
That's
What?
But
No.
1.
No.
And
One
the
point
average would be 2.
75.
Yeah, average of 2 for Pokefen. And the total
Yay,
would
No.
be what?
Not
one,
an average of 2.
175.
1.75.
Oh, right.
One-
175.
175
Math
it
is hard.
Sorry about that. Math is hard. Okay.
I can.
7 divided by 4.
And the total would be what?
175, as you can see right
Yeah.
here. Okay, so for this round, 175. First round, Pokefan got 2.175. And second round, he got 1.875, adding up to 5.8. Best one so far.
Ooh, you're
nice.
in the lead.
Nicely
Good
done,
job, Poke.
Pokefan. Great builds.
But we still have
Lazy,
Dynius.
blah, blah, blah.
Ho ho ho.
Let's see if we cannot be lazy for this one.
Dynius.
So, Corjaantje, if you please. Of course, going for the laggiest thing possible. Dynius, we have a creativity of 1,
Oh.
efficiency of 3, multi-crops of 3, as well as an item bonus of 3, totaling for this round of 2.5.
Yay!
Nice.
Very,
good.
very, very awesome. Okay, and that would add up to 2.5 for this round, 1.6 for the first round, and 2.6 for the second round, adding up to 6.7.
Wow.
Oh.
Nice.
Dinius is the winner.
Congrats.
Yay!
Congrats.
Yay!
Thanks.
Congratulations.
That was some fun, Beals.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Cool.
we have a winner. Very,
Now,
very awesome.
shall we go reset the server and add his name to the Wall of Fame?
That's the plan.
Cool.
Okay, we will see you guys in a bit.
Here we are at the end of the first episode of Supercharged. 3 rounds up, 3 rounds down. Let's find out what the final standings are, points for points. We've already gone over all of the individual scores per round and the totals, but now's the fun part. We get to put some names on the Wall of Fame. Let's go over exactly who's come in for what round. Now, I believe we've got individual awards, individual plaques per round, and then the overall. Is that correct, judges?
That is correct.
Okay.
Not.
Corjaantje, ready to write down the names?
For round 1, we've got a winner of Pokefen, most number of points. Now, that was on the processing build.
Very cool.
Yay, Poke.
Congratulations.
Now, round number 2, we've got Dinius for base defense. Round number 3, we've got Dinius again for crop farms. Well, farming in general.
Nice.
And the overall
Very, very nice
winner,
setup.
Dinius, takes it away for the win. Congratulations, Dinius, being overall winner as
Woohoo.
well as 2 rounds.
Thanks.
Congratulations. Nice builds you had. Very, very cool.
So
Vaygrim,
thank
you
you,
wanna round us off?
everybody, for joining us. It's an awesome fun. We really hope to get some more people participating, maybe some returning attempts to get a crown and grab some victory. Otherwise, I think that is episode 1 of Supercharged, all said and done. Anybody else got anything to say?
Yes, thank you
I like
everybody
tails.
for this awesome map. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you
We're
very
glad.
much, guys.
Yeah.
Have
Thanks.
a wonderful day.
Yeah, thanks for having you all.
All right,
later.
thanks everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.